See that, guys? I need no induction where I am, Bluebell Lakes. So pretty much a bit of a scoping session really. Just sort of testing the place out, see if it's ready for me to come back for a few sessions. You've seen me earlier in part 1 and 2, a bit earlier on in the year. I come down here and it just weren't right. I managed to pinch a nice 25-pound common, but yeah, action was very slow. The lake was very dead, and things just didn't quite go to plan. But that's Swan and that's Bluebell. It's a tricky little nut to crack. So I timed my arrival. This is the last day of August 2017. Loving it to be back for more than one reason. Firstly, I'm doing 2 nights. It's the first 2-night session I've done for months. In fact, I actually haven't even had the rods out for the last 4 weeks. I've had a month off as well, and I think this is the first 2-night session I've done in nearly 3 months now. So I'm absolutely stoked to be back here. I'm going to really skate the place out and see if I can get myself down there over the next few weeks and maybe pinch a fish or 2. So I'm going to head down now to the reception and pay and speak to the owner and that, Tony, and you'll be joining me shortly on Swan as I'm looking around. See you soon. Well, here I am, guys. Not a lot to report on. As usual, as you expect on Swan, nothing much happening at all. Spoke to about 4 guys on the way round coming up from the right hand bank, and they've all been here 4 nights. Well, 3 nights, and 2 of them have been here 4 nights, and then had a fish between them. So yeah, not looking good really. I mean, that's 13 nights between them without a fish. It's not what you want to hear, and pretty much from what I hear, the rest of the lake's had bugger all either in the last 3 days. I think it's done 1 fish throughout the whole lake in the last few days. So yeah, but you never know, we're here. We're here for 2 nights, so we're definitely going to have a go for them. I'm fancying this peg I'm in at the minute. That's quite a nice, spacious, wide, sandy bank. I actually had the 2-tone common out of this peg at 45.5 2 years ago. Real nice, big, fat common. Absolutely mint it was. So it looks good, but I might jump in the peg next door, to be fair. It's a little bit tighter. Let me walk you here. It's a little bit tighter for space, but you get a different section of water to the right which looks a bit appealing. I think it's really important to take your time to pick a peg on these lakes. You just heard me say I hadn't done a fish for God knows how long. Putting every percentage in your favour is really important, especially when you're paying day ticket prices. You can see it's an absolute glorious day. And to be honest, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. The water's a bit low, but that won't affect us too much. I guess it's dropped another couple of foot since I was here last. But I know I fancy this peg. This feels right. Yeah, I think it's got to be this peg. Right, so I'm going to go and huddle the gear around here. And yeah. Jury's still out on which one of these 2 I'm going to pick. It's definitely one of these 2. Obviously there is a few people quite evenly spread around the lake. So yeah, not too upset with choices really. I can make it work with one of these 2. I think I can definitely pinch a bite. Well, I shouldn't say definitely, because it's fishing very moody. But we're in with a shot, put it that way. So for now I'll leave it with that, and you'll be joining me on the bank when I'm setting up. I'll see you shortly. Look how beautiful it looks out there. Water's like glass. It's really exciting to be back here on Swan for 2 nights. I mentioned earlier I was here for 2 nights, but I will add it's only a 36-hour session. So I'm here for tonight and tomorrow night and gone early Saturday morning. But it's still 2 nights, still 2 bite times. Bite time on this lake is generally 7 till 9 in the morning. You can pick day bites up. If you followed previously on Bluebell, you'll remember me saying that you don't get many night bites on here. But I don't mind that, you get a good night's sleep. Just one of them waters where the fish feel much more comfortable feeding during the day. Wow, looks good though. All three rods went out first time. Bang on the money. Well, the left rod went slightly to the left of the spot, only by a couple of foot. But there'll still be a bit of crumb and chop out there. And I don't mind sometimes having a bait on the edge of the spot. Sometimes that can pinch you, the big gal. But other than that, they went out nice. Got a nice bit of bait in. The time's just got away from me tonight. I didn't arrive till 4:30. By the time I'm walking around and got all my gear down here, it was coming up 5:30, 5:45. And then, as you guys know, the last day of August tonight, the nights are drawing in fast. It's 8:05 and it's already looking a bit gloomy. The sun's set, and I should imagine within the next 15 minutes that'll be dark completely. Just goes to show you, I've had a month off, and you come back and the night's just drawing so fast. I think when I was last out, it didn't get dark till 9:10, and I'm sure it'll be dark at 8:15 this time. But it's an absolute beautiful evening. Temperatures are hovering around 10 degrees tonight, not too cold. Not a lot of wind. We're due to pick up a bit of a southwesterly tomorrow, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Move might be on the cards. Here's the house, and there's Mercy and Jessie, my little fishing companions. Missed them like mad. Love them on the bank with me. Just stuck a bit of dinner on, some sausages, which excuse me, are sizzling away nicely. Turn them. Nice, lovely. And what I like with my sausages for dinner, see if we can zoom in on that, plum tomatoes. That's better. Plum tomatoes and bread and butter and sausages. Try it, guys. It tastes awesome. Lots of butter on your bread. Let's refocus that. And that's not right. There we go. So yeah, let me step down quickly. It's a bit of a treacherous step down. Oh, it looks a bit lighter down here. Here's the babies. Beautifully set, ready to rumble. And hopefully one of them will hook round and smash into the tip of that water tomorrow morning. Not expecting nothing tonight. Although I did see a few catfish bubbles come up out there. A couple of big plumes popped up where they're just hoovering the bottom up. So yeah, some real monster catties in here. Let's just move this. I think there's 5 over 100 pounds. So if you cat anglers are watching this vid, get down to Swan. Some absolute monsters in here. But yeah, so I'm going to leave you with that for now. So I'm going to get these stow bobbins on. Pay a little bit more line out. Just fishing them sort of a little bit slacker than I have been, which is nice. And I'm going to slowly tuck into these sausages, stick the kettle on, and have a very rewarding cup of tea. So from me, Merce and Jess, over and out. Alright, you join me here on the first morning on what's set to be an absolutely stunning day. Weather's going to hover around 21, lowest at 20 today. Going to be beautifully sunny all day, and it's the first day of September. So it's bang on bite time now. It's 8:15 in the morning, so this is just about when they really start to have it. Funnily enough, you start seeing bits of fizz and stuff. Haven't seen anything yet. Well, actually, I'm lying. I've seen a little bit of fizzing over the last sort of 10 minutes, but before then, since 6 o'clock, nothing. I've seen a little bit of action over the last 15 minutes or so, but not directly over my spots, but to the right of one of my spots. There was definitely a few carp fizzing up. Yeah, so just a waiting game now. The traps are set. And babies are ready. See the line's tightened up overnight. See it coming just off the rod tips there. I might pull a couple of inches off them in a minute. But yeah, so the water looks like glass. Not really typical bite weather for swan, but the weather was meant to have chopped up this morning at about 7 o'clock, and it's still pretty calm. But for this peg, bite time is a little bit later in the morning. They should pass through here about sort of 9:30 time. So as expected, no action so far throughout the night. I sort of knew that was definitely going to be a no-no. But still looks good for the next 2 hours of maybe pinching a bite. Just here for one bite. 2 quick nights if I get one bite. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. Oh. So yeah, so it was a bit of a restless night. Ended up getting a little bit nippy last night. Went down to 6 in the end. Which is not too cold, but it's the coldest night I've fished. Considering I've had a month off as well, so when I last come it was really warm. But yeah, buzzing for today. And on swan, obviously you get a lot of day bites. So you got to be in it to win it. And we certainly are. So I think it's about time I go and stick the kettle on and speak to you guys soon. Well guys, not a lot's happened. It's about halfway through the afternoon now. It's coming up 2 o'clock. Well, sorry, coming up to 1 o'clock, sorry. And I'm going to move. So the rods are still out from last night. Old matey across the way, over there. I actually know him, actually, he's a nice guy. He's made a bit of disturbance in front of me and disturbed a couple of the rods out long. So, and I haven't seen no action, no positive signs of carp while I've been here. So I'm going to move just up here. I'll take you to the spot. It's actually only one peg up, but it's you'll see shortly when we get here. It's going to give me a lot more water now this person in this next peg up's gone home. And I'll show you when I'm down here. So this is the other peg, sort of like this is the peg in between 2 pegs that have opened up. It's quite nice. So I can still fish 2 of my spots that I was fishing from last night. I can just fish 2 of them spots from here, which would be out to the left. And I also know there's a nice couple of spots out there out long. And this is where all the fish are coming from, right out there across that out of bounds bank at the minute. So it means I can put the rods out. I'm going to chip in for the extra 4th rod now for the second night. I feel like I'm onto the fish now. I'm working out sort of what area roughly they're going to be in. And on one of the rods I'm going to put a single. And the other one I'm going to pepper a few baits round. Then I'm going to still have 2 rods out from last night's baited areas for tomorrow morning. So I get the best of both worlds basically. Here's my bucket, ready and waiting. Loving it. So here's the next peg up, where a lad I got to know, Anthony, is a nice guy. He's done a couple of nights here. I think he's done 2 nights here. He just left and he was in this peg. But can you see this marker float there? Look. Where are you? There, right there, centre of the screen. See that marker float is the guy that's 2 pegs up. So he's really cut this peg off. So rather than me coming in here, I'll just go in the next one. Gives me a better line lay, and it also means that I'm not getting cut off in any way, shape or form. So I get the best of both worlds. This is definitely the right thing to do. It can take me about half an hour to move, but what's half an hour to move all my gear, you know, 30 foot to access a better part of the area to the lake? It's a no-brainer. So I'll see you soon when I'm all settled in about an hour and the rods will be in. See you in a bit. So, all sorted now. New peg. 2 of the spots are new. And yeah, looking better, feeling better. Much more water covered as well. I had a lot of water covered in the first place, but now I've got ultra water covered. I've got no one either side of me, so sort of fishing one on the edge of both of them spots and 2 into this peg. All the traps are set bar 1 actually, because I've got a zig still out, an 8-foot zig. I'm going to leave that out there right until dark and just whip that in and put a pop up on it literally 10 minutes before dark. Now, it's got a good hour out there now. It's coming on 6:45 and it's time for me to get on the feed. Got some nice grub tonight, chicken, wraps. Love it. I've been dying for these all day, but because of the move and that, I wanted to get sorted out first. Get everything done. See that lovely sizzling chicken? My gas canister's just blown out. Actually, while I'm here, I'll get some Nando sauce straight onto that chicken quickly actually, while that's cooking. Yeah, so things are looking good. It's a beautiful evening. The wind's picked up a bit, so if you hear a couple of strong gusts, the last half hour has picked up to about 17 mile/an-hour winds, and it's pumping right at us. That's alright, I don't mind. Got nice food, got a nice film to watch later. I've opted for the 4th rod now, put the 4th rod out. Because I had to, just because you've got to put every percentage in your favour on swan obviously. It's fishing tricky, so gives you an extra 25% chance, doesn't it? One more rod, 4 instead of 3. Some chicken's cooking nicely now. Cut an onion up. So I'm having, I've got a new thing that I like now. I used to grill all the peppers and that for like fajitas and stuff like that, you know what I mean. Now I have red onions, then I have the yellow pepper and the green pepper chopped up, and I don't cook it. And then I cook the mushrooms. Actually, I'll chop them mushrooms up. Oh, sure. Then I have the mushrooms, which I slightly cook in with the chicken at the end, and just have the peppers and the onion as a salad. Much more flavour because you're not frying the flavour out of the food. Can't beat eating a nice bit of grub on the bank. You just can't beat it. Yeah, we all want to catch fish, but we all sometimes crave just to be outdoors in general. Just a different getaway from the everyday life. Well, I love it in a way. You're in your tent, you're in your own domain. No one's really next to me, so no one's really too close at the minute, which is really nice for here. I was expecting it to be a lot busier than it is. And we've still got tonight left. Obviously there's not many night bites going on. But if I have to stay tomorrow during the day, I will stay. If I think I can cling on for an extra 10 hours and pinch the bite I'm after, then I'm going to do it. The missus will just have to ride that one out and be happy about it, to be fair. Because I've been good, the first 2 nights I've done for a long time, so she can't fault me there. And I generally try and save my naughty times like now when the missus is moaning at me for 2 nights till September. All the fish are coming onto top weights. So it makes sense to be on a bank. Simple as that. Especially on a lake with 3 50s in, or 2 definite 50s. That's a no-brainer, without a doubt. I much prefer red onion, raw. If I'm not cooking it, I prefer red onion. I think white onion can be a bit pokey at times. Mix that all together, and then I add a bit of salt onto that as well. Salt, the pepper, a little bit on the onion, not too much, just a sprinkle. Don't want to die of a heart attack. Look how good that looks, eh? Oh. Absolutely amazing. Now, if my gas canister stops going out, I'm going to get the mushrooms in. Get them bad boys in, get them searing with that chicken. Although it's good to be back, I can see summer's slipping away now. We're soon going to be having all the leaves fall off the trees, and it's that point where we all enjoy the fishing, but we all dread and have to say goodbye to the sun for another year, unless you're lucky enough to be viewing this abroad. Goes the mushrooms, chop them up straight into the pan, lovely jubbly. I used to peel the mushrooms, I don't bother peeling them these days. I just cut them and stick them in, it is what it is. If there's any mud on it, get the mud off. Those who follow, you see I always do eat good on the bank, always. You just wouldn't be enjoying yourself as much if you've not got no food to get excited about. Food excites me just as much as carp fishing. So when you put the two together, ching 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 ching. And these are the wraps I've got, these big old wraps here. Yeah, so loving it, absolutely loving it. Then go the mushrooms, soak all that chicken juice up and butter. So I fry the chicken in a bit of flour butter. Gets a bit of nice taste going. I prefer the fine butter than oil. I only use a little bit, a little dash. I think that's enough. Finally, these are done. See these mushrooms off, scrubbed up, and I'm starving, absolutely starving. Well, for now, I'm going to kick back and work on this bit of grub, and I'm going to kick back and have a cup of tea and watch a bit of YouTube and enjoy the 1st of September and hopefully pinch a bite in the morning. I'll switch the camera on nice and early so you can see what I'm seeing tomorrow. We had a misty start to the day today. I'm going to be pretty sure the same tomorrow. You can barely see out there, but as that mist clears, it holds for a good bit of footage. So we'll see what happens. Ain't seen nothing show yet, but I'm definitely one step closer to the fish, and that's the main thing. So for me and those two little roaches, see you tomorrow. So this is what that chicken and mushroom looks like now. So once I've fried it and sealed all the mushrooms in, I had a little bit of butter and a bit more Nando sauce, and I put them in this pan, and I just keep turning the flavour into it for about 10 minutes. And that gives me a chance to clean that pan and do my wraps in it. So I'm going to show you what this stuff looks like now. I'll show you how I roll. 1 second. In goes the chicken and mushroom, which you can see right there. I've just cooked these wraps fresh. So how banging does that look? And then there's my salad, red onion and peppers. Sprinkle that on there. Nice bit of pepper in there. And then obviously you can't have a chicken wrap without Hellmann's mayonnaise. And yeah, in goes the mayo. And that's how I enjoy in the bank. I'll see you in a bit. So, you join me here on the last morning now. Again, nothing happened last night. Again, didn't expect it to be fair. So we're down to this moment now where it's bite time. So I aim to get 2 morning bite times in this session. And that's really important. These fish are finicky feeders. And finally, a little bit of action close to me. The fish have all been stacked up on the out of bounds bank for the last, I don't know, 3 days. Hence why someone in that corner's had like 5 or 6 fish now. So, but they're finally pushed out. Someone's got in the bay to the left of him. So there's a lot of rods crammed along that bank now. I'll see if I can zoom in for a rough shot. 2 seconds. It's a bit misty, but as you can see right along there now. And that goes, this old matey there, centre of the picture, he's had all the fish. And then there's someone jumped in the bay there, to the left of him. But anyway, so, finally, I've just seen a show over the left hand rod. So, and the left hand rod in this peg is a spot I was fishing before I moved yesterday. I went over there and cast it, just to make sure I was bang on the spot where I put all the bait. And just walked it around this tree and put it down on the rod rest. So I know that's bang on the money. And then that other one, the red rod, I bought in last night, took the zig off right before dark, like I said, and put a little pop up on out there. 19 wraps, that went down pretty nice. And there's actually some fizzing up around that, to be fair. So for the first time since I've been here, I've seen the left hand show on the left hand rod, and I can see some fizzing up on the right hand rod. Still early in the morning as well, it's only 8 o'clock, so we've still got a good few hours of bite time left. And I guess what will be will be. But, definitely here and in with a chance. This is the best it's looked. Fish are having a bit of a munch, which is a rare occasion on Swan. So, fingers crossed. Any minute now, one of them rods could just rip off with a 50. You just don't know, do you? Obviously, I feel like I got it right. But, again, a Swan, hardly anyone catches here, in general. Most go home blanked. Didn't see that, but the camera did. I wonder what that was. When I relay this footage, I'll have a look. Might have been a carp. Might have missed it.
Right, so it's tea time for me, and as you can guess, I'm not packing up and going home. I'm staying for the day. I'm going to fish it all out all day and just enjoy today, then go home about dinner time. So you'll get another update out, and hopefully it'll be of a fish, but if not, we shall speak soon. Wow, it's really heating up. It's been about 45 minutes since I last spoke to you, and we've got action on all the rods. Pretty much we've had action around 3 of the rods, mainly the 2 right hand rods, but they seem to be pushing left. There's definitely groups of feeding fish out in front. It's been hard not to put a lead on them, to be fair, because they're in the spots where my rods ain't, but I've got rods either sides of them, so it's kind of like, do I touch it, don't I? I've gone with don't, because you know, one cast could be lights out, they could be gone. I'd rather them here in the area. I do know I've got 4 traps set, so still a good chance of a pickup. I've got a nice little pop-up out there as well. That will just constantly keep resetting itself no matter what. So yeah, the baits are in, the traps are still set, the sun's just coming out, and they've got their heads down. They're having a good munch. It's brilliant to see this. But they're in the vicinity anyway. I'm a little bit long on the red rod there, the right hand middle rod should I say. I'm out at 19 wraps. I now know for next time to pull that back to 17. I've seen the carp don't like feeding in many places in this lake, to do with the bottom and stuff, and it's nice when you can see them feeding in an area. It gives you instant confidence moving forward from this. So hopefully I'll be back next week and we'll try and crack this little nut. But until then we've got action on all rods, so any minute now I guess. But then again, you might not get nothing, you don't know. But they're definitely having a munch. And yeah, looking good. Right, I'm going to keep the camera close by in case anything does happen. And you might catch me on camera catching a 50, who knows. Imagine banking a 50 on camera. Oh, that would be epic, but there you go, I'm just dreaming, and I. Right, I'll see you soon. Just a quick update now. You can see it's getting dark again, and oh no, I'm in trouble with the missus. So I've stopped another night. I've broke the rules, this and that. She's not happy, but it is what it is. I would have been silly to leave. I'm going to be on fish first thing in the morning, and I've got all the rods reset and further up down the lake now to the right where the fish have been showing for the last 2 days. So things are looking promising now. I think if I'd have gone home I wouldn't have felt satisfied. I needed to put this extra night in just to see where I am on Swan, work the place out, constantly keep an eye on the place, you know what I mean? And you just get to understand the water. And all lakes consistently change throughout the year, so you got to change your options and keep your options open. But yeah, I'm here for another night and it feels carpy. It feels carpy. The only problem is I've had someone jump to my left, but it is what it is. It's not affecting me too much, and yeah, so make the most of what I've got. But hopefully I'll speak to you in the morning, bright and early. I'll see you soon. Well guys, turns out the extra night's paid off. Really didn't want to stop for the 3rd night this week, but I think it's the right thing to do in the end, because I've been rewarded with a beautiful mirror. Not a huge fish, but it's a swan carp on the bank, and that's the main thing. And it also sets me up for next week. If I'd have gone yesterday, I wouldn't have felt like I really fished as hard as I could. So I wanted to give it one more night and scope the place out a little bit more. I feel like I didn't know what I needed to know for next week. Now I know exactly what I need to know for next week, so I'm coming back with a better game plan in mind, and certainly a way to be tackling swan. This is a stunning fish, and I've definitely learnt a few things over the past 30 hours or so,
Firstly, let's weigh this beautiful fish. Let's see what she goes on the scales. So I've had her in the retainer for about 20 minutes now, maybe a little bit longer. Sort this out. There we are. That's better. Right, here we go again. Looks around just to just touching 26. So lovely. Nice 26-pound mirror. Really happy with this. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Beautifully proportioned, stunning colours. And hopefully when she behaves, we'll get her up. Just going to let her flip down. If you think she's going to flip, don't get her up. Just take your time with her. Keep her in the cradle. What a stunning, stunning fish. Really made up with this. I'm going to get her up now. Try not to get a bitch slap in the process or wet the camera. Just holding her on my forearms. Stunning 26-pound mirror. Still got lots of energy. She didn't fight too hard. She's coming relatively easy. Calm down, girl. Calm down. Gonna drop her down. Give her a bit more water. Let her calm down. Still hasn't got the camera, amazingly enough. I think that should be just about done. Maybe. And there you go. What a beautifully plated mirror carp. Full of character. Lovely scales. Still see it's a relatively young fish, definitely one of the future. If she will let me finally get her up. I don't know where she's got all this energy from now. Mind you, I'm glad she didn't have it on the fight. Come on baby, calm down. No. Right, it's time to get her up. There you go. What a stunner. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you, gal. You've saved a blank. You made my session all worthwhile. Stunning. Stunning carp. Thank you very much. And now I just want your mum and your nan, and I'll be very happy. Well, happy days on this one. You'll get a little update from me before I leave, and we'll have a quick look at the other side, and I'll run you through a few things that are going to be happening next week. So I'm hoping to get back every week for September, and my timing's been perfect. It's been fishing really bad this lake for some time now. Try and get the right angle on her. There you go. Beautiful little 26-pound mirror. Over the moon. Thank you very much. Right. For you guys, I'll speak to you soon. I'm going to slip this baby back.